What's up, my fellow elders? I wanted to take a quick minute and I wanted to share with you a dream that I had yesterday that I think is really relevant for us as leaders. This dream is kind of weird, and so I would just ask that you would only share it with your wives, because I think a lot of people just wouldn't understand it, and I think it's really just something for leadership at this point. I might share this dream. I might share the dream later with folks, but for now I just want to share it with you guys and your wives if you want to share it with them. So here's the deal. First of all, some context. As you guys know, I had been very affected by ministry lately. Particularly, there was just a couple deliverance sessions that were really challenging for me to process, and I think that something happened in my heart that caused me not to be able to rest in God in the ministry. You guys also know that on Wednesday, 2 nights ago, you guys prayed for me, and because I had some kind of like really, I would say now it was probably oppressive, but some really angsty feelings in my heart that were manifesting as dizziness and numbness, and I was just really not physically very good. So praise God, I feel better, and I'll explain to you some of why I feel better. So you guys remember that, right? So I was really kind of angsty, and I was really nervous, and I don't know, that was jittery, and Wednesday night I was really tired, and you guys prayed over me. And there was definitely some healing going on there, but really the real healing happened yesterday with a dream that God gave me. So here's the thing. So I came home yesterday really tired, and I was supposed to take Josh to his basketball, but instead I asked my mother-in-law to take him because I was just really feeling exhausted. So they went to basketball, and I just crashed out on the couch. And in that time, it was about 6 p.m., 6:30. In that time, I had a dream. And here's the dream. I was in like a dojo, like a room that like looks like a Japanese tea ceremony room, or something. But it was like an Asian-ish kind of open but closed room. And I was in there, and I walked up, and there was a guy, kind of like dressed like a kung fu guy. I don't know if he was like Chinese or Japanese, but he was some kind of Asian dude. And he came up to me, and he said, "Tony, I need to smack you in the face." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I need to smack you in the face, and when I smack you in the face, you will feel better. You have to release some things that are going on, and so I have to smack you in the face." And I'm like, "No, you're not going to smack me in the face. I don't want that." So then all of a sudden he got really frustrated, and he was like, "Tony, you have pride. I can see pride all over you. You have pride in your face. You have pride in the way that you are, and I need to smack you in the face for you to get a release in the spirit." And I was like, "No way." And then he got upset with me, and he got really frustrated, and then he left. Well, like a couple seconds later, he came back with a second guy who was also dressed in a kung fu outfit, but this guy was a little more calm. He was a lot more calm than the first guy, and he was saying to me, "Tony, the first guy, I don't know his name, but the first guy is right. You do need to be smacked in the face." And he was explaining to me how that process of being smacked in the face will release something in the spirit that's keeping me down. And he explained it really kindly and gently, and he was really cool about it. And so I explained to him, I said, "Look," I said, "I understand now what you're saying, but I don't know why I said this, but I said, but I come from a family of fighters, and if someone smacks me in the face, I am trained to instinctually attack them. And so I just didn't want him to smack me because I don't know what's going to happen." And the guy said, "I understand." The second guy said, "I understand that. I understand that you would feel that way, but this is the way that it happens. You get smacked to the ground, and then you get something released in the spirit, and then you feel better." And I said, "Well, I'll try it, but I just don't like being smacked in the face." And the guy said, "It's okay. You can trust me." So, I let someone, I don't remember what happened, but I let someone smack me in the face, and I fell to the ground, and then the second guy was praying over me, and as he was praying over me, I felt like a release, just a spiritual release in my being, and I was kind of like twitching a little bit, and the guy kept saying, yes, this is good, this is what I was talking about, you're going to get a release in the spirit now. And I was just getting this, like, I just felt like this peace and this calm, and it was pretty intense, but it was also really inviting. I can't explain it, but then the guy said, see? And then he said, and if we smacked you again, you would have even more release. But I'm like, I think I'm pretty good with it. And then that was it. And then I woke up. And I woke up, and I felt like pretty anxious, but also pretty relieved. No numbness, no heart palpitations, no anxiety, no physical manifestations of anxiety that I was feeling prior to that dream. So I've been kind of processing that, and what I believe the interpretation of the dream is the first guy who was trying to minister to me, he was right in the way that he was ministering, and he was seeing pride in me, and he was seeing that I needed a release, but he was going about it in an aggressive way that disallowed me from entering into the ministry. The second guy, very inviting, he had the same message, you're prideful, you got to be smacked in the face, but he said it in a way that I could handle. And what I'm taking from this dream is we got to be more like the second guy than the first guy in our ministry. I can get pretty aggressive. I can get pretty excited about what I see in someone, but my posture toward them needs to be humble. And the second guy, I allowed him to speak into my life, and I allowed him to smack me to the ground, which is really what a lot of ministry is, particularly deliverance ministry. I let him smack me to the ground. I got a release, and I feel great this morning. And I think the Lord was just teaching me about what it is to be a minister of love and truth. So I just wanted to share that with you. Again, it's weird. I feel great today, but it is weird. I feel like my anxieties in ministry have melted away, and I feel like I'm ready to face the tough situations with a renewed sense of love for people, which I've been praying for as well. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I love you guys. Let's keep doing good ministry, okay?